Hey, have you ever thought back to those amazing moments in hockey when the players would do these incredible slap shots, and it was like they were performing pure magic on the ice? I'm talking about those jaw-dropping T1 home goals that left us all in awe. Those moments were absolutely unforgettable, right? They were some of the most exciting times in the world of hockey. The way those players displayed their skill and finesse as they executed those breathtaking goals. It's the stuff of legends. And the energy in the arena was off the charts. The crowd would go wild, all of us united in our appreciation for such incredible talent. It was just something else. You know what I mean, right? I mean, seeing players just step onto the ice, go on a breakaway, and unleash a slap shot from a few feet out like they were doing it for fun. Those were the days. The slap shot used to be the go-to move for scoring against a goalie. The sheer power behind it made it almost impossible for goalies to stop. But here's the thing. Why don't we see it as much these days?
Here's Gretzky at the Islander line, closing in off left wing. Big shot, he scores! Who says he doesn't shoot anymore?
If you've been keeping an eye on hockey recently, you might have noticed that slap shots seem to be happening less and less. And guess what? The stats back this up. Over the years, the number of slap shots taken per game has been steadily declining season after season. But why is this happening? Well, it's because the game of hockey is changing. Back in the day, the classic slap shot was the weapon of choice for offensive players entering the zone, or for defensemen at the blue line. Think of legends like Gretzky, Iginla, and Sundin. They used to beat goalies clean with those classic slap shots. But nowadays, those types of shots rarely find the back of the net. You can point to the evolution of goaltending as one reason for this decline, but the main reason is the incredible increase in the speed of the game. I mean, 15 to 20 years ago, the speed of play just wasn't the same as it is today. Things have changed, man. Now, I know we'll get to talking about one-timers in a bit, but for years, slap shots were the more common choice for offensive players entering the zone, or for those blue-line bombs by defensemen. But in today's game, it's no longer the preferred option. Taking a properly executed slap shot is purely situational these days. You see, great slap shots require time and space. And let's be honest, in today's game, time and space are like rare commodities. Defending teams almost always have a player applying back pressure, and pretty much everyone out there is a fantastic skater. This speeds up the entire game and forces shooters to make quick decisions with the puck. Even when they do have a moment of respite, most of them prefer to unleash a quick wrister or snapshot instead of going for the traditional clap bomb. But there's more to it than just speed. It's all about deception.
Well, again, coming up late, Subban just joins the rush. Take the puck deep, back the Toronto Maple Leafs off, a cross-seam pass that Bernier gets a piece of.
While nothing beats the feeling of beating a goalie with a bullet slap shot from 50 feet out, winding up for that slap shot is like sending a big flashing signal to the goalie that you're about to shoot. Unless your shot is absolutely perfect or you're some kind of Alex Ovechkin prodigy, the odds of that slap shot finding the back of the net are extremely low. So what's the result of all this? Well, it's led to an evolution in shooting techniques. Players like Auston Matthews and Connor Bedard have emerged, known for their toe drag release methods. The speed at which they can get their shots off is just so much more convenient, and it adds an element of deception to their game. Now, let's talk about why these new methods are working so well. You see, defenders in today's game are masters of gapping up and giving attackers limited space to work with, thanks to their exceptional skating abilities. This makes it incredibly difficult for a puck carrier to wind up and take that traditional slap shot. So, offensive players have had to adapt and change their approach. But hey, don't get me wrong, the slap shot isn't completely extinct. There are still moments when it's very effective, especially from a distance. That's why you'll occasionally see players like Norris Trophy winner Erik Karlsson absolutely hammer one home.
Get it off Vlasic now, and kept in again by Karlsson.
Boy, he knocks a lot of pucks down. He keeps a lot of pucks in.
Turris, Karlsson, score!
However, even this aspect of the game has evolved. Defending teams have always had systems in place to pressure players at the blue line, but the speed at which a player arrives to challenge a puck carrier has drastically changed. As a result, defensemen rarely have enough time at the blue line to line up and take a full-blown slap shot. Instead, they've opted for a quick wrist shot to just get the puck on net. If you look at the best offensive defensemen in the NHL today, they've mastered the art of getting pucks through traffic as quickly as possible. Precision has taken precedence over power. So, what's the common thread in all of this? Speed and efficiency. They dominate the game today, and unfortunately, the slap shot rarely fits into those categories anymore. But hey, the good news is that the slap shot hasn't gone fully extinct. You'll still see some guys choose to unleash one from time to time. However, taking a properly executed slap shot requires time and space, which brings us to the most useful place for slap shots today, the power play.
The first sign of trouble is when you take penalties against Colorado. Their power play is on fire, 8 in a row, as Nichushkin posts up in front of Kaapo Kähkönen and providing the screen on that Nathan MacKinnon shot. They have 11 power play goals in their last 8 games, 46% over that span.
When it's a power play situation, the game slows down, and it opens up with the man advantage. This gives the best shooters in the world an opportunity to bring this somewhat lost art back to life. Players like Ovechkin, Pacioretty, Thompson, and Pedersen are almost automatic with their one-time slap shots. With the extra space and time on the power play, they can aim for the rafters and unleash their shots as quickly as possible. But even within the realm of one-timers, there's been an evolution. Take Leon Draisaitl, for example. When you watch him take a one-timer on his strong side during a power play, you rarely ever see him wind up for a full-blown slap shot. At most, he brings his stick back to his hip and goes for a hybrid release, once again choosing speed and efficiency.
Here's Draisaitl, toe drag, shoots, score!
Leon Draisaitl, shorthanded goal!
Draisaitl out front, fighting for the puck, backhands, he scores!
So, who's leading the charge when it comes to slap shots in today's NHL? Well, according to Big Head Hockey, it's the likes of Alex Ovechkin, Steven Stamkos, and David Pastrnak. These guys are still holding on to the tradition, but even among them, you can see the influence of the changing game. In the end, the evolution of the game of hockey is slowly making the slap shot a lost art. It's not completely gone, but it's definitely not as prevalent as it once was. The speed, skill, and efficiency of the modern game have reshaped the way players shoot the puck. Thanks for joining me in this discussion about the evolution of the slap shot in hockey. It's fascinating to see how the game has changed over the years. And while the slap shot may not be as prevalent as it once was, it's still a part of the game's rich history. If you enjoyed this conversation, please give it a thumbs up, leave your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more breakdowns of hockey topics. And that's a wrap for today's Hockey Chat. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll catch you in the next video. Keep those sticks on the ice, and may your favorite team score many jaw-dropping goals. Until next time, take care.